Hey everybody, welcome back to the crossword. I feel like I need maybe some kind of name like Jerome Games or something. The my accountability buddies check in with my progress on my promises to myself. We're gonna do the crossword. We're gonna yap a little bit. Things are going really well for me, I would say, on the book. We'll talk about the book. Solid update there. We're gonna talk about where we are with the blog, and then we'll talk about like move-in and life and whatever else comes up. So we're gonna go across first and then down. Soreness. What is soreness? Ouch. Muscles. Pain. It could be pain. Is soreness pain? I'm gonna put pain. Am I gonna put pain? I'm gonna put pain. Okay. Okay. I haven't done this in a while. I think it's Lizzie Barton. I know it's an L. Oh. Lizzie Barton? Lucy Barton. Something Barton with an L. Ooh, I feel like it's Lizzie. I'm gonna put Lizzie. Prepare a copy. How do you prepare a copy? Do you scan it? I'm feeling like really adventurous today. I'm just putting in, I'm putting in words that may or may not make sense. A performer, an actor, a singer, a mime. Mime would work. 14 across, performer. Okay, I will say one down is not gonna be PM something, right? So one of those two would be wrong. I don't know. I'm gonna leave performer alone, which is amusing to me. Roman Polanski. Okay, all right, so I know Roman Polanski, which means that Lizzie Barton is for sure incorrect. But I thought for sure it was with an L, but I'm obviously very wrong. There will be much screaming in the comment section. Sorry about that. An average skirt. Oh. What is an average skirt? Like knee length? Jupe? Is it about the length? Is it about, what else could it be about? I need to learn more about skirts. This is what I'm figuring out here. Eliminate completely. Obliterate. Do you think that fits? Let's see. Oops. Obliterate. I'm gonna leave it. I don't know if that's correct, but it would be really funny to me if that's the only correct word that I've put in so far. A range part. I think this is like a vocal range. I'm gonna put alto. Come before. Approach. Oh, no, that's not how you spell. I think approach has APP. Come before. Approach the throne. Come before the throne. I would have thought it was approach. Well, we'll come back to it. Bliss. Heaven. No, not enough. Euphoria. Not enough. What is bliss? What is happiness? I guess I may never know if I don't finish this crossword. Basker's desire. Sun, you bask in the sun. I think that's fair. Bowling targets pins. Okay, we're getting easier. A gentle animal. Now I am tempted to put the word cat, but there are some cats who are for sure not gentle. I'm gonna do it, knowing that so much of this is wrong, but we're gonna correct all of it when we get through the crosses, start working our way down. So just embrace the failure, embrace the discomfort. In good shape, fit. I worked out today. I am feeling fit. A handyman's need. A tool, I would say. Golf norm. Par. Burn with hot water. Water. Burn with hot water. Scald. Oh, I don't know the Chinese dialects. I'm gonna try to type Mandarin. No. Cantonese. I don't know if that's an actual dialect, but it seems like a word that fits in the space, and it ends with ease, like many dialects do. So we're gonna find out. This is just such an unfortunate crossword so far. The Blank Ranger, the Lone Ranger. Anyway, it's been a minute. I should say the book is coming along. The Lone Ranger, I think, was a book first, and that's what reminded me. So I have a target of 33 short stories for the book. Right now, I'm sitting at 12 that are like pretty well conceptualized. Like I have a really good idea of what the story is going to be about. It might not be funny, and the whole structure might not be plotted out, but I've got a good sense that I can tell a really good story of this experience. I have 12 of those, and I want 33 of them. 33 is too high a number. So my thought is that I'll do 33, and then during like an editing process, we will reduce. And that's how I'm approaching it. I could be doing it backwards. If I'm doing it backwards, let me know in the comments. But we'll see. Okay. Worth, value. We've returned to the crossword now. Worth, value. Toledo's Lake. Oh, shoot. What is that? I think I've been there. Oh, what is the name of that lake? I live in Minnesota. We love a lake. We love a lake. I honestly would have called it Lake Toledo at one point, but I think I've been, and I think I have a distinct memory of a pair of shorts with like the name of the lake written across the butt, but I can't remember the actual name of the stupid lake. So we'll come back. Gazelles. They're like deer. They hop around. Okay. I don't know their like scientific family name or anything like that. Copper as an example. Metal. Seems fair. Very small. Very small, tiny, little, itsy, bitsy, petite. Very small. We'll come back to it. 3 letters, very small. A small word for very small. Pub drinks. I would just say beer. Is that plural though? Or is it ales? I'm gonna go with the plural because it said drinks. I'm gonna go with ales, and we'll come back. Oh, okay. We had 3 letters for tiny something else, and now this one's a tiny amount. A tiny amount. A lil, L-I-L. Sure, why not? No, let's not mess it up any more than we have. Truman's monogram. It was Harry. Oh, click back on it. Harry. I think it was S. Truman. Maybe. I just watched that show with Uzo. What's her face? She's like a detective, and I think she really liked Truman. But anyway, that's the only aside I have for you there. Stadium part, bleachers, scoreboard, entrance, door. What are the parts of a stadium? Dugout. Disorderly crowd is a mob. A phone bug. Wire tap. Yes. bureaucratic delay, 2 words, red tape. Object of adoration is an idol. Illogical, irrational. Pedal, cell, course. Course could be a couple of different things. We could be talking about like a golf course. We could be talking about like a driving course. We could be talking about a class. Go with class. And we'll see if that holds. A money drawer. Oh man. First of all, you know I love money. What's the money drawer called? I would have called it a register. I've been doing so well in this section that I don't want to mess it up with the bad guess. Oh, an angelic symbol. Like, it's not a cross. Wing. Oh, a halo. There we go. Live coal. Live coal? You know what? If my coals comes to life, then I am very concerned. Live coals, like an ember? No. It's like the coal when they're like really red and actually hot, I'm guessing. I don't know. I wouldn't call them live. Whatever. Lighten. I don't know. Let's go down. Oh, okay. Before we go down, I should tell you the vlog is also going really well. The weather has turned. Like, it's no longer snowing. It's no longer like super gross outside. So, like any good Midwesterner, I 100% have taken advantage of this new weather, and I've removed a fence, and the yard looks so much better now that I'm combining 2 yards. That's really fun. But the previous owner had grapevines, and the grapevines had grown all up on that fence, and so I've just been like digging up roots for the last little while. And I had to find a way to make that fun. And so far, I'm not there. But I'm literally gonna go outside after this with the camera and see what I can do. I've got some ideas. I've got the concept of a vlog in mind, so we'll see. Okay, 1 down, add to the family. How do you add someone to an in-law? Maybe. How would you add someone to Mary? Let's keep going. A venomous snake. Okay, maybe none of these are right. P-O-B-R. Okay, obliterate could be right. I'm thinking cobra, which means we remove this, we remove these. So obliterate, I was pretty into, and cobra feels right. So 1 down, add to the family with an O in the middle. I still don't know. Oh, adopt. Turns out I do know, and it's adopt. 3 down, something ready. A singer, someone ready. Oh, I don't know. Poop. 4 down, rocks. I believe it's Eric. Okay. 1 across is soreness, ache. Okay. And then 3 down is something with an H ready, and I still do not know the answer. So keep it moving. A debt's opposite. What is the opposite of a debt? Oh, a debit. Deposit. D-E-P. Right? Am I spelling deposit right? Yeah, I am. If you don't debit, you deposit. Okay, it doesn't fit there though. What is another word for putting money in the bank? Oh, credit. Credit. Oh, and that really works for a lot of the stuff, except for Lizzie. Nurse someone Barton, not Lizzie. So sorry for whoever that person is. I completely made it up. I apologize. I apologize to that woman. I do not know who she is. Sophia. I would have just said Vergara, because that's the only one I really know. Coppola? Yeah, but that doesn't fit. Let's keep moving. Physician's GP. Unsure. A fixed charge. Guys, I'm messing this one up. Usually down, I'm like cruising through. What's a fixed charge? It's like a fee? An amusing story anecdote. Thank goodness. Okay, that does change. 26 across. The gentle animal is no longer a cat. It is now a dog. I would like to apologize to my own dog for not thinking about the word dog before I put in cat. That is saying a lot about me. He's such a good boy too. That's so funny. Act the ham. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what act the ham means. An opera star. But what was 10 across? Prepare copy. We weren't sure about that. I was pretty good with 19 across though. So 11 down. Opera star. Diva. Oh shoot. Okay, that does not work with alto. But diva's pretty good for an opera star. If it's not diva, then they should change the rest of the puzzle around the clue diva. Prepare copy, I don't know. 12 down. Ides of March. 13 down, minuscule. I'm gonna go with tiny. 18 down, moderately worn. Tepid, cannot abide. Tepidity. Bliss. Oh no. Oh, down, sorry. An aria is a solo. Hi Aria, if you ever get to the point where you're watching Crossword. Hi. Least fresh. Stalest. In my mind, I was thinking Celeste, which is kind of a nice sounding name. 29, escape, flee. Responsibility. On us is my guess. Usually, I feel like usually it says it's 2 words. Oh, maybe it's onus. Is on us and onus, is that where the word onus comes from? Someone look that up and let me know, because I'm gonna forget before we get through it all. Sassy. 4 letters. Sassy starts with a P. P-E. Pest? No. Pert? It could be pert. That's not pest. I'm gonna keep moving. Korea's locale. I do not know the answer to that question. Or do I? I don't. Spool reel. 33 down, cabbage disc slaw. Cabbage dish slaw. Pine cone. Poker stick ante. We had that one before. I've only done like 3 or 4 of these videos. I'm already coming across clues that are the same. That's funny. A sleeveless garment. Oh, what if it's Cantonese with a C? Cape. I think it might be. I think a sleeveless garment is a cape. Love a cape. Require 37 downs requires need. A French writer. This is I think it's really funny that I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this one, but I don't know some of the other ones. I'm like, we're obviously talking about Voltaire. Obviously. But his country musician? I don't know. That means 63 across was not class. But something that's starting with an R. And so we're just gonna leave that one there. Keep pushing. We did sassy. Oh, no. Last. Oh, that means the gazelles are antelopes. That makes sense. Fat Tuesday is Mardi Gras. I've never been to Mardi Gras. My friends from Louisiana, New Orleans said I'd be eaten alive. That was back when I partied like an awful lot. And now I don't party as much, so I'm like less interested. Wobbles, teeter. Like you go to Mardi Gras and you teeter down the street. Angry is 49 down. Irate. I think so. Excessive excitement. 50 down. Manic. $51 down. October gems. What? Is it opals? I guess. That is I am pulling that out of nowhere. I have no idea what that is, so sorry about that. A Southern Beauty is a belle. I did grow up in the South. A seniors dance is prom, but juniors go too. Or I guess even sophomores if they're invited, but that's like the whole thing. Shopping bag is a tote. Chafe. Maybe a rub. Okay, nurse somebody Barton. Who is this woman? Nurse Barton. Clara Barton. Okay, who was Clara Barton? Clarissa Harlow Barton was a humanitarian, teacher, and nurse who founded the American Red Cross in 1881. Well, I maybe should have known who she was. Can I give to the Red Cross? I don't think I can. I don't know. Is she responsible for that? Someone call Clara. Prepare copy. I'm gonna say edit. Performer. I still don't know. Okay, who is something ready? Let's think 3 down. Starts with an H. Ready. H. Okay. Singer. Ready. Helen Reddy. Okay, who is Helen Reddy? Helen was an Australian-born singer, actress, activist, and television host. She became an international star in the 70s, especially in the US, where she had 15 top 40 hits. You know what? I'm gonna click it because I want to know what these hits were. I Am Woman is one of them, which she co-wrote and performed. I think it's like, I am woman, hear me roar. That's pretty good. Okay. All right, Helen. Nice job. Nice job, Helen. Sophia Loren is good. She's an oldie. Fixed charge is a rate. It's fine. It's fine. Act of a ham. Girl, you gotta stop asking me that. Is this mini? An average skirt? Midi? Giddy? City? A range part? Oh, an oven. Oh my god, I'm so silly. Bliss, ecstasy, 10 down, act of a ham. Oh, is this one right? Okay, that is right. Okay, reveal this letter. I don't know what a midi skirt is, so whatever. Emote? What? Give me this whole word. It is emote. Okay, so what is a gentle animal that is not a dog or a cat? Anecdote is correct. So is it a doe? Because solo should be correct as well. How in the world were you supposed to just know that a gentle animal is a doe? Like, couldn't you just be like more specific? Whatever. It's just a game, Jerome. You don't have to be mad. Everyone's supposed to be having fun. Erie. Okay. So Toledo's lake, I just put Erie. I have to let you know that is not the lake I was thinking of earlier. Clearly, I have no idea where Toledo is. I apologize to Toledo. Let's see what's wrong. This one letter is wrong. Okay. It's not manic for excessive excitement. Okay, what is it? 67 across. Slighten. What? E-blank-S-E. Ease. Okay. Oh, mania. Okay. Well, you know what? I enjoyed that. I will say I am sipping on an Americano, so it was definitely like there's definitely a little mania in my crosswording today. 26 minutes, a little bit long. I'm sorry for that, but I hope you had a good time. I now have to literally take off this sweater, go outside to this beautiful day, and like spend it digging up roots, which is not super fun, but hopefully I can churn out a vlog episode for you, and you can suffer with me as we dig in the dirt. I'll see you out there.